People do have fear of different things, but these days, because English happens to be one of the most sought after languages, so people have this kind of fear. Okay, what if they do not learn English language? What is going to happen to them? Well, this fear is natural, especially looking at the environment in which we are living, because people start judging others just on the basis of the advancement of their language, how advanced a person is able to speak or communicate with the English language. Today I am here to talk to you regarding certain points, and also I'll give you some of the tips that I feel are really going to work for you in your favor if you really start following them, and that should help you to overcome your fear of English, especially spoken part. So, fear of English basically comes mainly through fear of making mistakes. I think that is the point number one, which I feel is the most important point. Because when I was in the learning phase several years back, even today I learn lots of things, lots of new things. But specifically as a learner, several years back when I was a learner, like especially 10, 11 years back, so that time I also used to have this thought in my mind that I need to have perfection in my English language. I shouldn't make a single mistake. Well, it's not going to be possible for a human being, especially when that language happens to be your second or third language, to speak without a mistake. Mistakes will happen, but you have to try your best not to make as many mistakes as possible. Now, how is that going to happen? That is going to happen through your perfect, or I would not say perfect, but through your regular and continuous practice. So, the more chances you get for you to practice by speaking this language, the better it is going to be for you. So, you should not have this fear of making mistakes. You should end up making mistakes. As long as you are learning out of those mistakes, you are also trying to overcome them. If you do not repeat the errors, I think that is going to help you, because that will ensure that your language improves in a better way. So you have to practice, and you have to practice by thinking that you can make mistakes, but you should work on the mistakes, whether it be with a tutor or trainer, or even if it is with your friend circle. But you have to speak and ensure that your mistakes are decreasing. But you cannot think, okay, I'm speaking the language, I should speak without a mistake. Mistakes will happen, but once you practice and speak something regularly, your number of mistakes will come down, and one day will eventually just peter out. So I think that is what is going to work. So you should have this thing that you should not have the fear of making mistakes. You should make mistakes and you should be comfortable with that, but at the same time you should be ready to learn from those mistakes. Point number two, well, people do have this excuse of not being able to talk or not being able to find the environment. Well, even if you speak to yourself, there are certain things that you can talk to yourself, like you can say how I passed my day today, or how did I move from that position to this position, what were different experiences in the last 5 years. Lots of things are there. There can be self talk, so you can talk to yourself. Lots of different aspects of life are there in which you can just go a bit deeper. So I think that will really help you, especially when you are away from your work and you do have some time to reflect and consider, and you start thinking a bit deeply. So there you can just do a self talk. So self talk really helps a lot, because that is what gives you a kind of an alternative to a particular practice environment in which people are there who just gather together and speak. So you can talk alone, you can speak, and you can practice. I think one more tip that I'd like to give you, if you are really interested in reading, so I think you can read different types of content in which you are interested, and you can also try and read the content aloud. That will really help you. Now, point number three. Point number three is regarding vocabulary building. How will you do that? Now, when you read something, especially if you are really interested in reading, so there is a natural thing that is going to come to you, and that is about finding new vocab. You will come across lots of different new words. Doesn't matter which type of content you are reading. You will get new words if you are regular into reading. You will get new words and you will try to find out the meanings. So when you read different words, especially the new ones, and you know the meanings after finding out the meanings through Google or any English dictionary, you will try to know the meanings, and you will also understand the context in which those words have been used. So I think it should be your daily habit, like in one way or the other. You should basically make your habit to learn some new words every single day. That will also enhance your confidence in your English language, and I think that will also contribute to reducing the fear that you have regarding spoken English. So I think vocabulary building on a regular basis is of utmost importance. Point number 4, I think here I must talk to you about the importance of listening more than even speaking or studying. People forget the importance of listening. When you listen to quality speakers, when you listen to those speakers whose English is already at an advanced level or C2 level, I think that is really going to help you a lot, because you are just going to notice how they are speaking, what kinds of expressions they are using, what kinds of sentences they are using. I think these things are really going to help you in your English journey, because you're going to notice them, you're going to notice how they are using different words in different contexts, and what is the pace of their speaking, how is the fluency. I think these things are really going to help you, especially when you're going to notice these things very carefully. So I think listening has its own importance, and that really gives lots of confidence for you, because if you can listen to good people and good quality speakers, you will be able to start having same thought of speaking, and you will start imagining yourself in their position, that you are also trying to speak like them. So I think these things are really going to help. Now comes point number 5. Well, in point number 5, I like to discuss with you the importance of using different tools and techniques that can really help you to improve your English and make your English better. Of course, initially I told you, if required, you can also take the help of a tutor or a trainer who can really guide you, because that really helps. If you cannot take for a if you cannot attend sessions for several months, so at least you can have some guidance for a few months, 2 months, 4 months, 5 months. That will really give you some structured way of learning, that will give you some good techniques, the techniques which can really help you, or maybe that will also give you a good guiding path which can help you to go ahead with your English learning journey in a better way. So basically, the sessions can take you further to a level which will help you to build your confidence even in a better way, or to make your English even better. There is a possibility that you might be making mistakes in prepositions, you might be making mistakes in certain usage of grammar. So there, a good trainer or a good tutor can really help you. So I think that is also important. But in point number 5, the other aspects, other techniques and the tools that I want to talk about are related to different things which are available in the forms of different sources. For example, if you feel one book is going to help you, or one book is very useful for you, you should take the help of that book. If you feel there is a podcast, or there is a particular show that really helps you to make your English better, or you learn something out of that, you should listen to that podcast. If you feel there is a traditional method, although many people talk about on YouTube, lots of traditional methods don't work out, I feel it's not like that. Even traditional methods can help you to improve your English, whether it's listening to podcast or watching certain shows. Even people have learned lots of things from the cricket websites. For example, CrickBuzz. People have learned lots of different vocabulary. People talk about this. So I think this is something that really depends on you. But one thing in point number 5, you must remember that you should not aim for perfection. You should aim for excellence. You can make your language excellent but not perfect. It's going to be a full of learning journey, and you should make it your continuous habit to keep learning, instead of just thinking that okay, I just need to learn till this perfect level. It's not going to be like that. It's about learning, it's about working on your English language, it's about improving it day by day, and that is what is going to ensure that the fear of your language is just going to go away, and you will start becoming more confident version of yourself. So I hope these 5 points must have helped you to think in a different way and not having the fear of English language. And if you do have, you need to take these positive steps which can really take you to a different level in your English learning journey. And if you feel that I need to make some other videos on any other topic regarding English learning journey, so you can let me know in the comment section. Hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.